Major General Tom Carden has served as the Adjutant General for the Georgia National Guard since 2019, having enlisted as a private in the same organization in 1986.
I was inspired by necessity. I was a senior in high school and I wanted to improve my education. I didn't have the financial capability to do that. Army National Guard recruiter approached me with an opportunity to serve and to go to school. So that was my initial motivation for joining the Guard. And obviously, I never saw myself spending almost, as of today, almost 38 years in uniform. So it's certainly been an inspiration to me to serve with men and women across the Joint Force, and that's what's motivated me to stay. So I have one motivation for getting in and another motivation for spending the majority of my life so far in uniform.
General Carden has served in positions both at home and abroad during his 38-year military career, including Commanding General of the Georgia Army National Guard and Deputy Commanding General, Multinational Division Southeast in Romania. He has deployed to Iraq, Bosnia, Herzegovina, and several other locations.
We are in the us and we business, not in the I and me business. And what I really see as accomplishments have been the men and women in our organization really making gains toward their full potential, because our organization is a leadership factory. When I see men and women getting after their potential, I know that we're building ready and lethal formations to do the nation's business, and that's the reason I get up, put the uniform on, and come to work every day.
In service to the citizens of Georgia, General Carden has led Guardsmen through multiple domestic response operations under the direction of Governor Kemp.
Post 9/11, it's been very important for us to not only invest in the service member in the National Guard while they're on duty, but to invest in not only them, but their families on and off duty. And so holistic health and fitness has become a big part of our organization. And before 9/11, we didn't have that, but we have men and women deployed in all 6 geographic combatant commands almost all the time. So it is super important for us to spend time making sure that our soldiers and our airmen have access to employment or better employment through the Work for Warriors program. We have so many things now, activities now, resources available now that we didn't have when I first started this journey in 1986. And that to me is so very important, because we ask so much of the citizen soldier and citizen airman in the modern era. Making sure that we're reaching outside the wire has been very important. Building those relationships at the community level, at the state level, and at the federal level has been so important. I tell people all the time that gates, guards, and guns are necessary in the modern era in our business, but they're not always our friends when it comes to reaching out to the community. And so we try to bring the community behind the wire to see what we do. To do static displays, to host different events on the installation, so that our service members know that they have a caring community. They have resources that they can get to, not just government resources or military-sponsored things. Whenever we bring people on the installation, I count it as a success, because a contact with the community for me is a huge win. You know, I've said this many times with respect to leaving military service, having worn this uniform for so many years. I am fearful of the day that I can't put this uniform on and serve anymore. And it's not necessarily the fear of not having a job. It's really about waking up with purpose, and the fear of waking up one day and not having a purpose. It's scary. And I think people that work inside veteran service organizations need to recognize the fear, right? Because that's what it really is. And we don't like talking about fear in this business, but I will tell you, I've watched a number of my colleagues retire, and they're fearful of it. So I would tell you, being aware of that fear is sort of helping, I think, people transition. I don't know what that's going to be like, so I'm sure I'll probably need your help as well. But my message is, be on the lookout for that, because I think if anybody that's at the position where I'm at, looking at through the retirement lens, they're a little bit afraid of it, and they're going to need some help. I know I'm going to need some help, right, navigating through that when that day comes, and it'll come.